Alright, you are now listening to an episode of Man Shut Up. I am Wally World. Check this one out now. I need y'all to stay with me on this one, fellas. This one gonna get real. And I think that some ladies, if she's sitting beside you, or if somebody that you know that's in the back seat or in the living room, and it's a woman, she is gonna probably give me a high five on this one. Alright? And the topic on this one is, do not over promote. Look, man, too much of anything is not good. I don't care what you do. If you overwash your car, you're gonna mess up your paint. If you overcook your greens, they're gonna be soggy. Alright? If you talk too much about what you're gonna do in the bedroom, you're probably not gonna do it. Alright? Now see, you learn that when you're young, because see, when you first get that new, like I mentioned before, that new, oh man, you over promoting. Girl, I swear, you gonna get one stroke of this and I'm gonna rip your socks off. And you ain't even never used it yet. You don't know how your dick gonna perform in high pressure moments. Alright? And it damn sure is even worse when you get older. Alright? Because now the sex has turned mental. See, when you were young, it was just all about endurance and all about just the know-all of just knowing I'm doing something that I probably ain't got no business doing at this moment. But it feels good. But when you get older, sex becomes super mental. You start sounding like a woman that's on her period. I don't feel like having sex today. I had a bad day at work. I don't want to have sex. You know what? I'm just overwhelmed with bills. I don't want to have sex. You know what? You burnt the ends of my damn steak. I don't want to have sex. See, a lot of stuff becomes mental when you get older. See, for the woman's mind, she's just hormones going crazy. She just think it's just you can't perform. No, it's mental too. It's about as mental, ladies, as a man keep telling you when you gonna suck on this dick. Think of it like that. And a woman can agree with that, because a woman, majority of them will tell you, I don't want you to have to ask to get your dick sucked. I just want to do it. But turn around in the same voice and say, I'm horny. Give me some dick. You know I want some dick. And in some cases, they'll get to the point where they get you all good and juiced up and vulnerable, all full. Then bought you the PS4, got your favorite liquor, some of y'all your favorite devil's lettuce, and now she has you trapped in the corner, pulling your shit out of your pants. You ain't even touching it. You be so stunned that you're being basically raped that you don't even know what to say, but you love it. No man is gonna ever admit that he's been raped, but every man has been raped. This is crazy. I mean, the logistics of this thing. It's a very touchy moment when it comes to a woman being raped, because that means she's forced against her will, and no one likes that. And that's just a side note. I don't even see how men could even do that, because I don't want to fight for no buns. But hey, it's some corny, stupid ass people out here that need to be lynched for stuff like that. But meanwhile, in between time, women will do it to men too. You never said yes. Next thing you know, she's pulling your shit out. But that's another topic for the other day. Back to over promoting, alright? Stop over promoting. Stop telling women what you're gonna do. Stop telling them that your dick is about as big as giraffe legs, okay? You can't keep doing that, because when the moment comes, one thing that I've noticed and recognized from my fellow friends, lady friends, and relationships, and any female that I know that sits down and want to talk to me, and I have no idea why they want to. They treat me like I'm a woman in the group. I don't know. But they don't have a problem being comfortable with me and telling me what the deal is. And a lot of them are very disappointed in the over, and I mean over promotion of what you said. Because now in her mind, fellas, remember, a woman already lives in a fantasy world. So what you say is golden. If you say you're gonna fuck her on a unicorn, when you show up, she's gonna be looking out the window, not for you, but to see what color the unicorn is. She expects it to be exactly the way you said it. Now, even though it's kind of unrealistic, but at the same time, we kind of make those expectations grand. And the last thing you want to do is make that expectation grand in the bedroom where it varies. It's like a throwing percentage of a quarterback. He throws sometime good in the sun, but he throws worse in the rain. But he might have a few games in the rain where he does well, but his percentage is not as strong as when it is at the beginning of the season and the weather is kind of fair, right? That's how sex is for us when we get older. You just hope that we can just manage to win the game, all right? And you might have a stat line of 9 for 13 for 120 yards and still win the game. But then there's some other times where you are 32 for 42 for 570 yards and 4 touchdowns. It just all depends on how the game is played. But one thing you can't do is over promote. Because what happens is, even if you did an okay job, in her mind, she still wants that 95% that you said you were going to do. Now 87 is great, but she's going to count you on that 8%. And for some of you that quote for 100% of your quality and you only bring to the table 30%, that is a definite no-no. And you can't come back from it. Over promotion is like saturation. You can't oversaturate what's going on. Be the man that's quiet. Even if you ain't performing great, even from performance-wise down to meat size, just don't say nothing. I've learned that, and I think I'm fairly well off. But I keep my mouth closed because I love to see the eyes when it comes out.
Gotcha, bitch.
It's like, yeah, gotcha, bitch. Gotcha. I gotcha, bitch. Right? That's what you're thinking in your head whenever you pull it out and you already know you're going to give her that wham. And then she don't think it's going to be like that. And she already in her mind think you just mediocre. And then you pull out that jungle gym. Oh my God, the reactions are priceless. That's what you want. Because now you have the momentum in your favor. It's like you're driving down the football field and the defense can't stop it. At this point, she's terrified, but she's curious, but she's scared, but she's willing. And that's a lot of emotions going on in a woman's head, because you can barely keep a woman to have two things in her mind without her going overboard. Trust me, fellas, I'm telling you, don't oversaturate. Don't oversaturate. I'm going to beat it up. I'm going to do this. Because there are some women that are just waiting on that challenge. Loving the challenge. Want to shut you down. Want to bring you down to ant size. And when they do, they keep you there. You might as well call her Terminix, because she's always trying to tear up your motherfucking home. And your home base is your performance. Your home base is how you can confidently stand up like Captain Morgan and say, you know what I do to your ass. And sometimes you got to give them the Ike Turner face. And y'all know the meme where you're looking back like, bitch, I ain't even gonna say nothing. You know what I do. That's another good moment too. Because sometimes that can shut your woman up. But see, when you oversaturate, when you over promote and you don't perform, you can't give that look. Now you got to have your head down. All right? Now you're talking to her saying, yes, ma'am. And no grown man should say that unless he's talking to his mama. Now she got you over here debating. Should you tell her that her food was nasty tonight? Before she go and expose you and tell you that your dick performance was about as much as her food was today. And one thing a woman knows is that no matter what, she always has that back card. That back card, you can have a terrible day and she won't even say nothing because she knows that's not the right time. You're still vulnerable. She wants to get you when you're at your highest of highs in confidence. to chop your tree down. Just a lot of you guys don't even know it, that they have the card in their back pocket waiting on you to even try to play her. You could be at your mom's funeral and try to get jazzy, and she'll tell you, you might as well go lay in that casket with your mama, because the shit I'm about to say is gonna give you a heart attack. Like, they wait on the moment. And what be really killing me is that majority of the time, the men that over saturated and over promoted don't even recognize that they didn't do good. They literally will be like, yeah, you know what I did. You know what I did to shorty. You know when I broke her back and I bent her over and I, you know what I'm saying, hit her with the Uchi Wally. And meanwhile, this girl was probably eating goobers on the phone, and if she smoked, could smoke the cigarette. It's a lot of women don't even know that some of you men that overproduce and over saturate don't even know. Don't even have an idea. She don't even have an idea that you was even in there. I've had a conversation with a female one time, and this is very disappointing, that a man had been waiting to get those buns forever, only to get those buns, and the only thing she could remember in that whole moment is his balls slapping her up against her ass. See, shit like that, I feel like you have to put him on a Slammer newspaper. You have to put a wanted picture up in the neighborhood. There is a gecko loose. Because when you do that, you put expectations so high. And then what happens is, you make her bitter. Because now the next man who might have that King Kong, she don't believe him. And he really is about to end her life and put her in ICU. But she's just so on her high horse now, all because of your non-performing ass. Now we got a problem. Now that next man got to come and really paralyze her and put her in a wheelchair that he has no problem doing. Now, one thing you can't do is you can't over promote, fellas. Stop telling these women that you will beat it down and you'll do this. Which goes to my next statement. These women are tired of these dick pics, alright? Stop with the dick pics. If you don't know this, lady, there is no reason that you should have your dick out. Trust when I tell you, these women have no problem exposing. Remember, women gossip like they're the queens of this. They're the starters of this shit. They don't mind telling anybody. They'll tell the pastor that she received a dick pic with a nigga had a remote control beside it. Why would I know that? Because women don't give a fuck. When they don't care about you, they will tell everybody about you. This shit will move around faster than the Black Plague, the common cold, coronavirus, all that. Trust and believe, if you did not perform, all of her females know it. Now, the time that all her females don't know it is when you ripping the lining at the inside of her ass. That's when her own girls won't know it. She'll just smile and, you know, girl. Yeah, The only woman that will try to promote and say, girl, he packing, is the one who's never had it. And what's another thing about it, ladies, with the dunce handbook? If somebody comes to you and say, oh yeah, I heard he has this, I heard he packing. Number one, how you heard he packing? She didn't get it. That means she's been watching it. It's a common sense move. But meanwhile, the woman will just get overwhelmed and go to the man. Oh, so I heard old girl say you got a big dick. I wonder where that came from. Well, I can't control her eyes. Just as much as I can't control yours. Because why are you not looking at my eyes and you're looking at my dick? And every man sees when a woman is looking at his dick. So all of that comes into play when you're trying to over promote. She done already seen your dick pic print. She done already seen you walk. She done already all of that. And in the way they do their facts now, she's probably checked around to see who you had sex with, cause she ain't trying to follow some bitches. She's trying to check your track record out. Trust me, fellas, just go in there acting like a humble servant, okay? Go in the room acting like you just been traded from one slave plantation to the next. Be very humble. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. You want your drawers off, ma'am? I have no problem doing it for you. That's the way you need to be in the bedroom, even though you know you finna give her that Thor hammer. Because what I realize is that the way these women are talking, it be the men who talk loud is the one who don't come through. 1 minute men, 2-inch penises. I feel like if something like that happens where you are coming too quick, you better have a lot on your mind. Alright? And again, every man has came shorter than what they wanted to, but it's enough to still get her to get her toes to curl. That's what you at least want to shoot for. But just coming up short in both ways, I feel like you have too much estrogen in your body as a man with testosterone. So again, I say, do not over promote. These women have had meat of all different sizes. Again, in these podcasts, I told you they have major track records as long as men. They have experience. They have seen tree trunks. They have seen shrimps. They've seen it all. They won't tell you because they don't want you to look at them no type of way. But they've received different types of meat. And women don't want to call it a whole stage, but every woman has had one. Especially when they get up in age. They just remember when they get older. Oh, you know that damn, come to think of it, I had a horse stage when I was between the ages of 20 to 23. Yeah, now you remember because you're 40. Couldn't tell you that back then, you would have denied it. But that's another story for another day in the Dunce Handbook. Fellas, stop over promoting your penis. Alright? Stop over promoting your penis. Because whatever you say, she has drawn a picture. She has envisioned it. She's dreamt about it. Stop it. Because that's why these expectations for these women now are at its all-time high. Now she wants you to fuck upside down on a shag rug. Alright? Because some lame ass nigga told her that that's what he wanted to do. And since you didn't come through, now she wants the next man to do it on a shag rug, upside down, oiled up in butter, because your dumb ass tried it. Stop fucking it up for the men who will really put this whole rod in a woman's ass. Alright? Stop it. Because then what happens is, now we in there and we make them tingle for 7 minutes straight, and now she's in love, and now she's looking through my window. And meanwhile, sex for a person like me is just an activity, because it's deeper than that if I'm even having sex with you. But now here you come, just want to tap the cheeks, didn't want to have anything else extra, and now look, she's in the same store you're in at Walmart and won't even go down the same aisle. Well, no, these women are even ruthless these days, because you know it's a hot girl summer. So they'll go in the same aisle, skin and grin, and then giggle, and still walk past you with their head down, because they still don't want you to hold no communication. Stop it, please. We as the BDNC delegation says stop that shit, and BDNC stands for Big Dick Nigga Click. Alright, stop that, because now you're putting the pressure on us, which we don't have a problem with performing under high crowds. Alright, we like the Michael Jordan last dance. Alright, we perform in clutch moments, but the work now that we have to put in the attachments that comes after that is ridiculous, all because she won't talk to you no more. And now you're in her phone ass do not answer or shrimp scampi. Now you're pissed because you don't even know it, but she's still answering that phone though. Alright, that's just another chapter in the Dunce Handbook, man. I just want this pass out, man. Stop it, guys. You put too much stress on yourself. And when you don't perform, and you know you haven't performed, or she's doing certain things to show you that you're not performing. Before I get off here, let's flip the next page, because I have to say this. If a woman is doing things that you know she has no business in the bedroom doing, you know you're not performing. Don't lie to yourself. Examples. If she's on the phone and she hasn't gotten off, if she's focused on the TV show, if she's willing to answer the phone when her mama calls, something is wrong. At that point, I feel like you need to fall out and fake like you're having a panic attack. Because that's going to be the only excuse you have. Go to her nearest kitchen, find the nearest butter knife and slit your wrist. You have to make a scene now. Because if you don't and you walk out able and willing, she is going to roast you for life. And you won't even know it. Again, that's just in the Dunce Handbook. And again, I am Wally World. I would love for you guys to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. And as always, peace and love. Peace and love.